Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch and Carry. So in today's video, I actually just wanted to give a review on customer service for a company that made the key management system, which I've been using for about 2.5 years now. The company's name is Quietcarry, and this particular item in front of you is called the Q2. So I've been using this for, as I mentioned, for about 2.5 years. I've been really happy with it. I bought it originally because I was coming from a KeySmart, which was a great product, had a dog bone or wishbone style design, which for me wasn't really going to suit the modifications that I wanted to do. These type of key management systems are designed to really like sandwich your keys together and make them easier to organize so that way they don't, get jingled and make noise and get disorganized in your pockets. And they also are relatively easy to deploy. So you have a very minimal package that holds keys. But I also wanted to incorporate a bunch of tools into mine. And because of the wishbone design of the KeySmart, if I had put tools and keys, it would have just been too bulky, and there would have not been a lot of piece of metal in the center to cover those things, and so I could already see it getting snagged in my pocket. Whereas the Quietcarry system is a perfect rectangle, which gives you a lot of metal to hide multiple tools and keys. So that way, like here I have Leatherman Wave scissors, tweezers, nail cleaner with a file, and a micro screwdriver. A lot of stuff, 4 keys over here, including a thick clutch key. And yet, when I fold this all down, it's very hard to see those items, which would be very easy to see and possibly get snagged in your pocket had I had a wishbone design. So it was very durable. It's great. I've taken this hiking many trips. It's fallen on the ground plenty of times. At one point, it's even fallen out of my pack while I was riding my bike. So it's been abused, and yet it's held up really well. So what happened is the purpose for this video and the customer service is about 2 weeks ago, I came on a flight back from California, or 2 months ago, I came back on a flight from California, visiting my parents. Went to the parking lot here in Las Vegas after I landed, reached into my pocket, and I noticed that this was no longer clinging to my pocket because I had lost the pocket clip. Now, I had just taken apart this 2 days ago back at home in my parents' place. I was adding one of the keys they gave me, and I must have not screwed that screw tight enough, and the clip must have fallen off in the plane or somewhere, and I couldn't find it. So I reached out to Quietcarry it took me a while, but I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I reached out to Quietcarry and said, hey, I have the Quietcarry Q2. I love the item. I lost the pocket clip. I was wondering if I could pay you guys to have an extra clip with the screw and also get some expansion posts because I kind of wanted to add more keys and more tools to my Quietcarry. I couldn't get the name of who responded to me because there was no name provided in the email, but Quietcarry was quick to respond, and they said, sure, just PayPal us $5. And a couple days went by, and then I got another email saying we're about to ship out your item. And they also asked if I had made a video in the past reviewing the Q2. And I said, yes, this is the video I made. If you haven't seen it on my channel, I did an extensive assembly video where I showed you how I put my Quietcarry together. And then that was the end of it. I sent them the link to the video, and that was it. And then today in the mail, I just got back from work. So, I was expecting them to send me the pocket clip and the expansion post. So, of course, I got these extra posts. I got even some extra washers, which I hadn't asked for. So that was really nice. Okay, so they're giving me a few extra stuff here. Here's the pocket clip, which is great. A few more washers, more expansion posts. They even gave me some extra screws here that will go here on the top. Right, so I was like, wow, that's really great, like a lot more than I paid for. And then I kept reaching into the package, and this I could not believe. They gave me a brand new key management system, free of charge. Nothing in the email about, hey, can you review this, or can you give us a positive review? There was no mention of them even sending this to me. And they gave me the brand new updated version of the Q2. So this is actually the Q3. So, before I go into this, I'm going to give you guys just a quick overview of this. I can't really give you a review, obviously, because I haven't used it. But I just want to say, For me, when I look at things to buy, or for me, I modify and I sell a lot of watches, I really do place a lot of importance, both for myself as a seller, but also as a buyer, on customer service. I really think that speaks a lot to a company. I don't mind when companies make great products, obviously. I don't even mind when companies sometimes make mistakes. Quietcarry hasn't made a mistake. But for me, when a company has really good customer service, it speaks beyond the product. It speaks to a philosophy. It speaks to interpersonal skills that you can't really teach, that are just embedded within the foundation of the company. So, I want to thank Quietcarry for sending this to me, and with no expectations, no strings attached. I thought that was just very, very nice and extremely generous. So, thank you very, very much. So this is the Q3. If you compare it to the Q2, don't worry about the thickness, because this has been modified, obviously, to be a little bit thicker. But, the Q3 on top looks to be about the same length. The width, I think, is where you have a difference. So the width here is just a shy skinnier on the Q3 on the left side. Okay, let's take a look at the tool side. Let's see if there's any differences. So nothing really here. Obviously, I have a ruler on mine, so it looks a little bit different, but it looks essentially about the same. You still have that keyring on this side, and then the same kind of construction over here. Both of these obviously are in stone wash finish. And then on mine, I still have my thumb stud deployable tool. And then for me, they gave me the blade, which was really cool. I was always interested in getting the blade, but for me, the multi-tool was just more work-friendly, because I can't carry a blade in the hospital. But, this is great, because now I can use this as my non-work key management system, and see how the blade performs. Okay. So, so that's just a comparison between the two. Official specs on the Q3. So I actually am looking at the website right now, because I want to give you, all the relevant info. So this is their stone wash finish. They also offer this in two other finishes. They offer this in bead blasted, which is their other silver color, as well as black. Okay. So two other finishes. For me, I prefer the stone wash finish. I tend to be pretty rugged with my tools, and I tend to drop this. And I can't comment on the other two finishes, but for this, stone wash just really hides blemishes, I think, really, really well. Both because it's silver, so it hides scratches, but it's also a non-uniform finish. There's like a little bit of, not texture, but there's almost like a pattern to the design. So even a small dent could be really, or a small scratch could be really hidden by that design. So I really like the stone wash finish. All right. For this one, the Q3, it's meant to hold about 4 to 8 keys standard. This one came with the knife blade, but you can also get it with the multi-tool, which is this right here. Now, the multi-tool, if you're not familiar with, comes with a bottle opener here, a package opener here, a flathead screwdriver or a pry tool at this end, a little bit of jimping here, thumb stud deployable, and a 1/4 inch bit driver. There are no bits, but you just carry your own bits in your pocket, and you're good to go. Okay. For this one, the material, let's look at that over here. So the material is made out of 416 for the body, 416 stainless steel. The blade steel is AUS number 8. And the body type, if that matters, is 6AL4V titanium. Okay, the locking mechanism on both the multi-tool as well as this blade looks like a liner lock. Okay, so you just kind of push this back to unlock it. Okay, talking about the blade, for the blade length, you're looking at 2.35 inches and blade thickness of 0.129 inches. Okay. So that's going to be it for the Q3. Now, to get some measurements so you can see the two, the Q3 over here, you're looking at about 7.5 inches long. The Q2, which I don't think is for sale anymore on their website, but maybe you might find a used one, is about the same, 7.5 centimeters. Let's go into thickness over here. So for the Q3, you're looking at 2.5 centimeters wide. And for the Q3, you're looking at 2.6, 2.7 centimeters wide. Thickness without the keys installed on this at the moment, without the pocket clip on the Q3, you're looking at 1.2 centimeters wide. At the thickest point of the pocket clip, you're looking at about 1.5, 1.6 centimeters wide. Okay. So that's great. So anyways, yeah, quietcarry.com is where you can order these. There are a few reviews on YouTube. You can more than happy to check out the review I posted on this one a few months back. But definitely recommend you give them a check out. Quietcarry carries a lot of other stuff besides this. They also carry everyday carry tools like blades, and they have some accessories on their website, so I'd recommend checking them out. Anyways, just wanted to make this quick video, both to say thank you to Quietcarry for their generosity and their great customer service, and also just wanted to share it with you guys. Even if they had not sent this to me, I already have a video on Quietcarry, so I'm definitely a loyal customer of them, and I really can vouch for just how good the product is. You know, the big thing too, besides the quality of the product, is the fact that it's modular. And I think for me, when you have a system that's modular, it allows you to tailor things to your own needs, put tools that you want to put into it, and just personalize it the way you want. So that way it no longer becomes something that everybody has. It becomes something that is not only unique to you, but more useful and pertinent to what you live with every day. These are, after all, everyday carry items, and your everyday carry is definitely going to be different than somebody else's. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Any comments or questions, please put them down below. I will go ahead and put a link to Quietcarry in the description. And as always, have fun, and I'll see you guys on the next one.